Well, it's one of the most anticipated games of the season this Sunday as the Bluebirds visit the Liberty Stadium for the first time in 5 years. Neil Warnock has experienced many things in football, but not a South Wales derby yet. So how's he looking forward to the occasion?
When the fixtures come out, that's what the fans look for straight away, don't they? You can see that when I think the first day they came out, I had one or two calls about what date we were playing them and things like that. So yeah, it means a lot. I mean, I think the derbies are, there's no sort of form going into derbies. It's just the occasion, isn't it? It's a brilliant occasion, and I think it's appropriate as well in this particular case that on a day for Welsh sport in general, isn't it? With rugby beforehand, which has been fantastic, and then on to the derby. It promises to be probably the best armchair dare of the year.
As previously mentioned, this is the first derby in 5 years. So does that add an extra edge?
I think both the clubs have had ups and downs, haven't they, over the period, but they seem to be steady, I think that, they've got a good young manager now and they're playing some good stuff. Had a hiccup last week, but, they've had a fabulous start to the season. And we think we've been playing better. We just haven't had the wins that warranted. We've had a lot of draws, and I do think we're improving. We're playing some better stuff now as well. So I think it'll be interesting. I think we've lost 1 in 10 games now, which, when you look from the outside, you don't think we've had a decent run. You think about the West Brom game, but even that, I thought we could have won that game. If I get a letter back from the Referees Association the week after apologising that our goal at 2-0 should have counted, and the referee and linesman made a mistake. Which doesn't help you, does it? Because they go straight down and score a third goal, and we end up, losing slightly that day. So it was, that was a disappointment. So overall, we haven't done bad in the last 10, 11 games, but we've got to do better now. We've got to do better in that next run-up. I do believe the second half of the season, the way the fixtures are, I do think it's a better run-in than I thought the first start of the season. If we can hang on in there till Christmas, I think we've got a good second half of the season running, I think, fixture-wise.
Looking back to Tuesday night's fixture at Millwall, the gaffer explained why he looked to Danny Ward to lead the attacking line.
It's one of those things that he's been absolutely busting the gut, as Danny. I've been a little loath to start him because when I have started him, he's picked up injuries. And so I didn't want, I felt his impact as a sub has been fabulous. You can't ask any more than coming on and scoring. But I thought Robert needed a rest. He looked jaded last week in training, really tired, and he's done well for us without, like that summed him up, the goal at West Brom, choked off for no reason. So he's got to keep going. But I just felt he needed a complete rest. That's why I brought Bogle on as well towards the end at Millwall, because he's been doing well as well.
Swansea started the season well, but have seen stuttering form of late. So is this a good time to visit the Liberty?
I don't think form is anything to go by. I think when you look at the league table, we still class ourselves as going down there as underdogs. They've got the home fans behind them. We'll have a good following, I know we will. And the noise, I'm looking forward to that, because you do get a special atmosphere in the derbies like that, and your own fans are there and ribbing each other, and when one scores, it's they have a go at the other. It is exciting, and that's why I'm looking forward to it, really, because you can't get atmosphere like this. It's not an ordinary game, and as much as you want to play the way you play, sometimes it goes out the window. I think now it's a good challenge for us. Same with them, really. It's a good challenge because there's two decent teams, I think, Cardiff and Swansea. I think they're both decent teams, and it'll be interesting to see how it develops. Especially we're away from home, so we're a little bit up against it crowd-wise, but I think we've got to relish it, really.
And the gaffer finished off by talking about his Swans counterpart and his past encounters with his father.
He booked me quite a few times, Keith, over the years. But Steve's done really well. They interviewed him, and I saw early on where there were 3 or 4 candidates, and they thought he was the outstanding candidate, and proved so, hasn't it, with the results. They've got some good players. I went to watch the Welsh game, and a couple of their lads were there, Roberts and the centre half. It's a foundation there. It's just such a hard league to maintain week in, week out, So it's Steve will know it's like we are, that you've just got to hang in there sometimes and get a few results.